Go on and start working on it now. Just like I said, can't do nothing but say no. You never know. Just your asking, just your application, God can open up that window. Do you think it's a window and it's really a door?
Yeah. Yeah. I've been praying and just talking to God and just expressing things to Him, and I may be like the only one that sometimes go through this. I know I'm not, but sometimes we think that. But like sometimes I go through these like mental things in my head, feeling like I'm the only one going through these things in my mind of thinking like people talking about me, or like people saying this about me, or people saying that about me, or people judging me, or people judging how I move, or just all those things. And it sometimes makes me not be able to experience the fullness of what new life is. And sometimes you can't experience new life because your old life still trying to have a talk in your ear, and your old life still trying to have a voice in the now, when your new life is really trying to live in the now. And the only reason why old life tries to talk is because it's been talking to you all along. And you got to know where to place it. You got to know where to put it. You got to know how to identify it. And I've allowed, when I say old me, I'm talking about like insecurities of like people talking about me when I was in school, people talking about me when I was growing up, friends, sometimes family, just whatever. It could be whatever, but like sometimes I still allow those things to affect me even in my like adulting and growing up. So in my change, sometimes I feel like people can still like be judging me, or like the world against me. And I know it's not like the world is really against me. It's just that old life trying to have a talk again, old life trying to live again, old life trying to talk again. And sometimes people be afraid to say like, yo, old life, like, cause it can cause them to wonder like, oh Lord, is this, is that. But like, nah, it's really just that old life is trying to communicate in a moment that it does not need to speak in. And I gotta submit old life back. I gotta tell old life, you can't speak in this moment. You can't talk in this moment. You can't instruct me in this moment. I'm no longer receiving instructions from you no more. Old life. Yo, what is up? So it is January 4th, 2021. And this morning I just woke up and I was trying to like figure out what my word for this year was going to be. And the word that I think I want to focus on this year is faith. And keeping that like my focal point. So I'll explain a little bit as I go down somewhat of what God was giving me this morning. So faith is my word this year. I'm just kind of read from what I wrote down. Faith is my word this year. It ties to many things, but the most important thing is faith in Christ. Truly believing what He came for, living in a place of understanding His love for me. And I feel like without that message, without really understanding the depths of what Jesus done for me, I'm not gonna really live a life of faith like I'm supposed to. So he died so that I can escape from my old form to develop a new way of thinking and ultimately receive new life. But not just receive new life, but actually be able to live in new life. And I've received new life about 2 years ago, but actually being able to live in the place of new life is a whole different experience. Sometimes you can get a gift and you don't really utilize it the way you're supposed to. You don't really like use it the way you need to. And I want to actually use this gift that God has given me, that Jesus has died for me to receive, this new life that he's given me. I want to actually experience every bit of it, every depth of it. And that really just goes with like the process of development, like really being able to be in that process of developing and learning new things and messing up and getting it right and figuring it out and hearing God's voice, and sometimes thinking it's God's voice, but it's not. Like just totally trusting the process. Just totally trusting the process. Yo, what's good? So I'm out here by the Garden of the Gods in Colorado. And when I tell you this thing is nice, it is so nice. So I was just walking on a trail and I had seen two girls taking pictures. And I was kind of nervous, but I was like, because they were two white girls, but and you know how just the whole thing with blacks and whites, sometimes it matters, sometimes it don't, but you just never know. So I was like, okay, let me ask them, like, do they mind me taking their picture? And I asked them and they was cool with it. So we went out, we took some pictures, which let you know that everybody ain't the same. Don't judge a book by its cover, you just never know. You just never know. Some people ain't even on that wave. Some people are acceptive of everything. So cool. So we went out and we started taking pictures, and it was a whole vibe. Like, these girls were very photogenic, and it was just dope, like, to be able to take pictures of them out here at the rocks. Like, typically you would have to like have a model with you, but God kind of got me out of my comfort zone and kind of let me, was like, yo, I passed by him. He was like, yo, ask them, can you take their pictures? I asked them and they was cool, and we went to work. And they were like awesome, cool girls. I don't remember their names. They may see this later. I don't know if I put this out or not, but it was so cool. It was a whole vibe, and I enjoyed doing that. I'm about to head to this other park. I'm not sure of the name. Like I said, I'm just kind of going with the flow with this trip. I'm not sure of the name, but I believe it's a few minutes away from him, so I'm about to shoot out there. And then I'm about to head back to the hotel and just chill for the rest of the day. My feet kind of hurt, but regardless, everything that's going on right now is worth it. The pain, I really wore the wrong thing. These pants are like flannel. So the inside is very warm and it gets cold, but I honestly shouldn't have wore these. I should have wore something a little lighter. But nevertheless, it's all worth it. I got my drone in the air, took some shots, some photography of some things. So it was just cool. So what I have learned from coming out here is that don't be afraid to speak to people. Don't be afraid to talk. Don't be afraid to get out your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to approach people, because everybody's not always not approachable. And then also that things may appear weird at first, but it's only weird until you try it. It's literally only weird until you try it. So even if it's weird, that don't mean you shouldn't try it. Try it. Because sometimes the things that appear weird is worth the try. Peace. Yo, what's good? So I just got back inside the hotel. I am hot. I'm about to take a shower, and I'm about to put on some cooler clothes, because I've been sweating in these clothes. I'm gonna show y'all what I got on. Hold on.